I had an amazing day playing ranked today. I actually won every single game I played, so expect a video coming up on some of the highlights from that and some of the decisions that I made to have such a good win rate. But today I gotta show you my absolute best game. We are actually going to get a Kraken in this game. I showed the brief start there just because I wanted to talk about splitting destroyers. If there's more than one DD on your team and you're playing a destroyer, you always want to put one DD to each flank, at least one DD to each flank. There can be more, but you always want to have some sort of scouting and map control presence from your destroyers from the start, right? It's really, really, really important. Of course, we're pushing in very aggressively since we saw earlier on that, well, they don't have a radar, and I definitely outgun both of their destroyers. We do kill the Shimakaze, and then we're going to take this cap. And notice that the enemy team is entirely on the other side of the map. The Holland even gets spotted out there. So I have a choice. Do I push into the enemy spawn, start farming, try and flank them from behind? Or do I push back into the middle? Well, what decided that for me was our Shimakaze actually dying. So now my teammates don't have any destroyer presence. They're just going to be forced to kite away since the torps and the enemy's just overall push is going to just force them back. So I need to go support them. That's really what it comes down to here. And my day of winning a ton of ranked games really came down to that, supporting my teammates, having a lot of battle impact early, trying to contest caps, trying to go after the enemy destroyers. That's how you win a lot of ranked games. You try and win decisively those early engagements, supporting your teammates, playing smart. Honestly, it really does come down to that. And I did it in a very variety of ships. Not all of them were in such a good destroyer like the Sherman. But the Sherman does have its weaknesses. Of course, it's incredibly slow, and that's why I wanted to include this portion here while we're traversing the map. We've already decided that the best play is to go support our teammates, right? We need to go deal with this Holland, but it takes forever to get there, and that's a bit of the weakness here. So I didn't want to just show you the amazing stuff that the Sherman can do without pointing that out. This ship, of course, is truly amazing. But I was even using things like a radar Yang. It was running a gearing with, I think I had a torp build gearing that we were running for a bit. It all went pretty well, and it didn't really matter what ship I was playing. It mattered more about the decision making. Although, of course, making good decisions in a good ship is always going to be better. So our Forrest is now dead, our Shimakaze has died. We have some good map control, of course, but the enemy team has a ton of ships alive, so we need to start killing things. And to start with, well, we did launch some of our single launch torps out at the Forrest, and yeah, that one's actually gonna hit. So there's our second kill. And now we need to deal with this enemy's push. We know there's a Holland in our base somewhere that we need to deal with. He outspots us. I have a very greedy, random battle focused build here. If I was playing this in ranked battles, I would certainly be switching out the commander for one that has a little more concealment. But the extra range does end up helping us a little bit in this game. Importantly though, I open up finally on this Goliath. I'm trying to support a little bit our Forrest, who decides to push into the enemy spawn. I don't think that that was the best play he could have made, but he decides to do it, so I know they're going to be focused on him, so I have an opportunity to start farming. So we're going to try and get some fires up on the Mecklenburg, trying to deal some damage where we can. Notice how I'm also using free look. You can do this by clicking right click on your mouse to move around while keeping your crosshair and where your guns are focused wherever you were aiming previously. And I'm looking for this Holland. I'm assuming that he's gonna think that I am distracted and maybe open up on me. So that's why I'm trying to keep my eyes on a swivel and get ready for him, because I definitely need to focus on him if he shows up. I also pop my hydro just so that I don't get torpedoed by that Holland. So I'm a little bit safe for now. But that hydro will run out, and we'll have to talk about ways of mitigating potential torps coming in at your destroyer. Our Yamato pings where he thinks the Holland is, which is incredibly useful, and then the Holland opens up, trying to kill our Yamato after he got some good torpedoes in on him. So I instantly swap to him. This is crucial here. Killing DDs matters so much in ranked battles, and especially one that is just torturing my team in the backline. The reason that so many of my teammates have already died this game. Unfortunately for me, my aim is a little bit poor here. I'm a little bit too, I don't know, violent with it. I don't know. I'm not just aiming smoothly here. So we miss a lot of shells, but the Holland is on an HP where I know I can definitely win whatever engagement comes with him in the future. So I go back to farming the Mecklenburg, trying to hopefully kill him, trying to even this game up little by little. And again, our hydro is out, so we have to worry about potential torpedoes. So what am I going to do? Well, I know that he has his torps up. He torped the Emmy a little while ago already. Holland has a pretty quick reload. So I'm going to put myself in a position where I'm going in a relatively straight line here, farming the curve first, looking like I'm distracted, and hoping that he's going to torp just on the gray line. And then after a little bit, I'm going to turn, right? Now, I think maybe is when he could have torped me. It's pretty obvious, I don't know, play to make, but some people try and torp right on the gray line for destroyers. And sure enough, there it is. And he even tries to open up on us. Maybe that was in a bid to get me distracted, to run into the torpedoes, I'm not sure. But if this Holland had just run away, I think they would have won this game. Instead, we actually managed to kill him because Sherman DPM is absolutely disgusting. And now we just have to farm out this curve first. It's a 2v2 now. I have to try and help my Yamato well I can. Fortunately for us, we have the cap and points lead. This is huge, huge, huge information going into a late game scenario. Whoever is ahead on points and whoever's going to win as the timer ticks down or on points, they're at a huge advantage. They don't have to push, right? Late game pushing is incredibly difficult to do. And of course, my ship's very slow, so it's not like I'd be able to cross the map and go get A very quickly at all. As we're farming out the curve first, unfortunately, our Yemi does end up going down. But really, luckily for me, the enemy team spent so much time in their spawn that there's just no chance that they're going to get any of these caps before the game ends. So the Goliath stuck in spawn isn't able to help his curve first out, and we're going to kill him here. So we're going to end up with 165k damage and a Kraken in ranked. 6v6 ranked, and we get ourselves a Kraken. Pretty insane. I was laughing after this game. And of course, we had to just run away and we'd win the game, right? A lot of times you have to look at the clock, look at how things are going. Make sure you don't just push in and lose a game. You would have won by running away and doing nothing. So we run away, accept our win, and of course, on what game does Wargaming give us a mini survey? On probably the best game I've had in a long time. So yeah, I was a little satisfied with this one. A Kraken and, of course, a huge, huge, huge carry in rank. DDs are a ton of fun. Sherman, of course, is an amazing gunboat, and I played it to its strengths. I had a lot of fun with this one. I can't believe that I had this kind of a game. They weren't all like this, but we only yoinked the curve first. Every other kill was well-deserved. Now, obviously, not every game was that level of a carry. I had my fair share of easy wins in there too, but this one was the craziest game I had today. If I was playing a ranked build, I would give up main battery and AA expert, trying to get myself concealment. I really love Fearless Brawler plus main battery, AA specialist, and adrenaline rush. I don't find myself smoking up a lot in ranked because I want to provide vision, right? I'm trying to contest areas of the map. Smokes, I really use defensively to try and stay alive. Otherwise, I'm trying to scout, I'm trying to spot, I'm trying to apply pressure to the enemy team. Of course, we do want survivability expert here and a last stand. We're trying to stay alive as our gunboat. Notice how much damage I took early on in this video. The Sherman did a decent amount of damage, but the Sherman is so big and slow that secondaries are actually capable of hitting it. And it hurts. It definitely hurts. Of course, we're going with a gun build here. There's really no other way to play Sherman. I know I've memed around with Torp build Sherman, but it's exactly that. It's just a meme. You shouldn't be building your Sherman that way. But DDs, and especially Sherman, are a ton of fun in ranked, but they're by no means the only way to win games. Radar cruisers have a ton of impact, and if you know when to push with a battleship, they can also be a huge impactful force in ranked battles. But thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.